What's up, folks? My name is Trail, better known as Budget Bill, and today I have another stimulus update video for you. Today we're going to cover several topics related to more stimulus checks, the United States Postal Service, the first stimulus checks that some people still haven't received yet, as well as the IRS tax refunds. Those are our topics for today, but before we get started, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be a part of it. Also, be sure to smash that like button as it really helps the channel grow. And if you want an opportunity to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,400, all you have to do is download the Webull Investing app using the link down below. The stock market has been going up every day, and yesterday it made a new all-time high. So why not get a couple of free stocks that are risk-free by simply signing up? Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What's up, folks, and thanks for sticking around. So today is August the 19th, and this is your second stimulus check video. Negotiations are currently still on pause, although Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin are still communicating back and forth. Outside of the continuous blaming the other party, a few things are starting to shift on the next stimulus relief package. Because both sides are unable to compromise in order to make some real progress, the concessions is that the Republicans are drafting a new scaled back or skinny bill that they hope the Democrats will be okay with it. This bill is expected to have a few important items to get relief to Americans for now, and then later work towards the other concerns that are requested to be in the next bill. So far, we know that this upcoming bill proposal, or the skinny bill, would include things such as $300 per week federal boost for the unemployment benefits that would be good up until December the 27th. Also, some additional $10 billion in funds for the United States Postal Service, as well as liability protections for businesses, as well as money for education and more testing. This bill will be similar to the bill that the Senate introduced a few months back called the HEALS Act. Now, this skinny bill is expected to be about $1 trillion, which is well below what the Democrats were initially asking for. Some Democrats are actually urging Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to accept a smaller bill while focusing on expanding it at a later time. They really want a bill right now that would reinstate the extra $600 per week federal boost of unemployment benefits. But ultimately, we still have no word on the second stimulus checks. Now, moving on to the United States Postal Service. Well, to no surprise, they have been having financial issues for years and unable to perform their assignments as expected. Recently, the Postal Service has been removing those blue mailboxes on the street corners because evidence has shown that they are not as profitable with the amount of people actually using them. So, by removing them, it would lighten up the load of work and labor for the U.S. Postal Service. Now, the reason this is all coming up now is because election season is just around the corner, and a lot of states allow for people to actually have a vote by mail, which this type of voting has been done for years in the past, and soon it will be time to vote for the next president of the United States. And the Postal Service plays a major role in the option for the vote by mail. Now, lately, President Trump has been very critical of the Postal Service and has wanted to cut funding for them. Now, originally from the CARES Act, the Postal Service received about $10 billion in aid, in which the Democrats actually wanted about $25 billion. However, the Republicans are not on the same page and want to reduce the amount given to the Postal Service. One reason is because President Trump thinks that being able to vote by mail opens up the door for a substantial amount of voter fraud, and he is trying to ban the option of voting by mail for the November election. Now, on Monday, Nancy Pelosi actually called the House of Representatives to return back to work from their recess break in order to vote on the U.S. Postal Service's upcoming bill. The House is expected to return on Saturday to vote on a bill to fund the United States Postal Service with about $25 billion. Not sure if that will actually pass in the Senate, but we will see shortly. Now, moving on to the first stimulus checks. For people who still haven't received their first stimulus checks, don't worry, they are still in the process of correcting those issues. Some folks haven't received their first big fat stimulus check, as well as others never even received their $500 stimulus checks for dependents. Now recently they were supposed to be mailed out to people who were still waiting, which it was reported that more people started to receive their stimulus checks in the mail. But it appears there are still a lot of checks still remaining. So the IRS has an independent organization that was created to protect taxpayers and resolve other type of IRS issues. They are called the TAS, or Taxpayer Advocate Service. On August the 10th, the TAS has started to help the IRS in fixing the stimulus payment glitches. Now, even though they are working on fixing those glitches, I am still seeing several people in my comments on my different videos state that they still haven't received their first stimulus check. Well, now that the TAS is fighting for you, one thing I will repeat is to make sure that you have completed the non-filer tool on the IRS.gov's website to make sure the IRS has your correct information. And I am specifically speaking to the people who haven't received their first stimulus check, as well as the people who never received their dependent payments of $500. This is crucial to receiving the money that is owed to you. And here recently, the stimulus deadline has been extended for Social Security recipients with children. The IRS is giving Social Security recipients more time to register for the $500 stimulus check per child. Originally, the deadline was for April 22nd, and now you have until September the 30th to enter your information online. Those who are eligible, please use the IRS non-filer tool on the IRS.gov's website to ensure you don't miss out on your stimulus checks. The IRS is stating that over 600,000 child dependents are at risk of missing out on these payments, so don't you be one of those people. Make sure they have your information on file, because these are currently being fixed right now by the task group that's being assigned by the IRS, and they are expecting these payments to be done by direct deposit or a physical check in the mail by the end of August. So be sure to pay attention to all pieces of mail that you may receive. Now we want to move on to the tax refunds. For everyone who was very studious and timely in submitting their 2019 federal income tax return by the July 15th deadline, you should expect to receive another check from the IRS for the interest earned on your refund. Now, this is only for the people who received refunds. If you owed Uncle Sam any back taxes, then you won't be receiving one of these interest checks. The IRS is stating that they owe about $13.9 million in interest to people who filed their tax return on time. This has to do with the IRS not sending refunds to people as quickly as they should have. So anytime the IRS or the government owes you money, they typically will pay you interest on that money. Just like when you owe them money, they end up charging you interest as well. Now, they are saying that the average person will receive about $18 in interest. I know that may not seem like a lot, but it's still free money. And y'all know we love free money, right? These interest checks will be issued via direct deposit or a physical check. So if you fit this description, be on the lookout for that very soon. And now in conclusion, overall, this week we can expect to see the full details of this scaled back or this skinny bill that the Republicans are planning to introduce. We can probably expect them to introduce this bill as early as today on Wednesday, but if not, hopefully by the end of the week. Now, even after they introduce this bill, what are the chances that the Democrat negotiators and the House will settle with the limited amount of funds within this new bill proposal? There is still rumors that this bill will not include anything related to another stimulus check for the American people, which could be an immediate red flag for the Democrats, as they believe checks should be given out right now to the people who need it the most. That's my thoughts on it, but other than that, this has been my stimulus news updates for today. If you enjoy these stimulus update news videos, please give this video a like, as it definitely helps out the growth of this channel. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. Also, don't forget that I'm still giving away that $250 in Visa gift cards giveaway by the end of this weekend. So in order for you guys to get registered to receive that, you need to go and watch this video that I've created right here. Don't worry, I'll put a card up here as well as a link down below in the description. You need to watch that video because I talk about the specific details in how you can submit your name in order to be in the drawing to receive that $250 worth of giveaway Visa gift card. So don't forget to check that link out down in the description. Again, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.